So this is a quick review of xmath. This was a project we worked on a few years ago. It was coded almost completely by Marlon Gingrich. Um, Now there were a variety of intentions, but basically we wanted to make kind of a fun math game that you could introduce to a group and potentially stimulate some talk about mathematics within that group. Anyways, this was the setup screen, and you could have two players. Really, what we wanted to do was play it on an interactive whiteboard, and we tried to make it so that you could play it in a variety of modes. Anyway, the funnest one by far was like the interactive whiteboard with simultaneous play, and I'll show you how that worked. Okay, so this actually loaded questions out of questions that happen to be in the folder, but we also tried to make it so that we could load questions out of a learning management system. And so we're going to choose which categories we want, and here we go. Let's go with setting standards. And so, if you were at a whiteboard, you could have clicked on either one of these, or potentially the teacher could have used them. Now, I think that this could be used with a tablet now, probably sort of to the same effect. So anyway, we've chosen setting standards. So here is the question presented. Now, we never did get this to work. We have things like MathQuill now that you could use in HTML5, but we never did quite get our math display to work the way we wanted to. Now, this was kind of the key that worked. You could present the question before you presented the answers, and down here was the continue button. And so if you're playing at a whiteboard, it meant that you had to tell everybody, don't press the continue button. I'm going to be the one that presses the continue button. So anyways, we'd hit continue, and the possible answers were displayed down the middle. Now the purpose of this, and I think you could reproduce it on a tablet, the idea was anybody could choose what the answer was. So sorry, person A could choose over here and person B could choose over here. So you'd have the two students standing at the whiteboard, and then potentially you'd have a team who might work out the answer, and then you'd present the answer, and then people would madly read through here and poke at the right answer. Got to be kind of fun. Usually, like, the person over here on the right hand side would answer for the person on the left hand side. So anyways, you pick, and it would give you feedback to tell you what you picked, showed you the right answer, and then it gave sort of a feedback down here, right? So this is probably bad feedback. Nonetheless, it sort of worked. And then it might go back to this, and there we go. Anyways, that was xmath, and it was one of the more fun projects that I worked on, and it would have been fun to sort of see what had happened. Oh, notice that there was a review question button. Pretty neat, eh?